Hello, my crafty friends. I'm hoping today's video is going to be really short. We're going to make some envelopes, corner pocket envelopes for our journals. These two I made out of this envelope that I turned wrong side out. And so you can see it's not decorative on this side at all, but on this side it's really pretty. And I did that because it's really easy to see what's going on here. But when I turned them wrong side out, they're not exactly square. So one of the ideas I have won't work with this one. So I'm just going to show you what you can do. You could of course do this with decorative paper too, but we're using envelopes, and so I just turned this one. Let's see if I can do it. You have to be really careful. And okay, I kind of messed up the paper a little bit, but okay. So you take an envelope that's decorative on the inside, and I think this is a lovely envelope. So I was excited when I found these at the thrift store. It's been a long time ago. I found them quite a while ago, and then I forgot I had them until just yesterday. Anyway, so you take it, for this particular one, you're going to take it, and I'm just going to go ahead and take that off because we're not going to need that. We're going to have a pocket. Okay, let's see if we can get this to tear off. I used my paper cutter on the other ones, but I think that'll work. Okay, so we've got this. Now, if you had a big enough journal, that would make a pretty pocket just like it is. Anyway, we're going to glue this back on. Okay, so now we've got our wrong side out envelope. So from this point on, you can do the same thing with another envelope. Here's an envelope that I decorated on my jelly plate on the front, but the back is plain. So what I would do with this particular one, and probably should have done with this one, but I did it just like I did these, and so I didn't, is I'm go ahead and go ahead and seal it shut, and that way when we cut it to make our pocket, we have a straight back on it. And that's what I did with this one. It's cut just exactly like these. There's one that's cut and it's got I use my corner rounder. Here's the opposite corner. And I didn't use a corner rounder. So out of each envelope, you can make 2 pockets. And for these, just to show you the difference, I corner rounded one and left one square. But both of these were, these 2 were made out of one envelope. These 2 were made out of another envelope. So let's start with this one. When you get to this point, then you have to decide what you want to show. Okay. So what I did is I just cut kind of right up the middle to make these square pockets. Easy peasy. Cut straight up the middle. But you might not want that. You might want a triangle pocket. Now, I didn't with this one because this is the prettiest part and I wanted it to show. So, so I just stuck it in here where I thought was, a good place. They don't have to be perfectly in half, and these are not. because you're not going to use them on the same page anyway. But the point is, you can take this envelope and you can put glue right here. I want to corner round this one, so we're going to go ahead and use the corner rounder on it. But I'm just going to round this corner. Okay, on this one I did both, but being on the edge of the page, I think it looks better just to do this one. And then you can glue right here. And I'm going to do this one like this. There's another way you can put them on, and I'll show you that in a minute with another one. Okay. And then you just take it right here and you just put it on the corner and glue it down. So there we've got our pocket, tuck spot, whatever you want to call it. It's not a complete pocket, but it works like a pocket. Okay, the other thing you can do, and then you can, the other side you could put on this side. But the other thing you can do is you can take one and you can put it on, let's use this page. You can put it on like this, and then you can glue it down on this side under here. Let's just go ahead and do that. I'm going to put I'm going to put some glue down here. Just go along the inside of this. Okay, and then let's see. Let's do this one. That'll look good on that one. And then we're just going to set this right inside there. So we're gluing it on this side. And you can see how this one wasn't square, because it's square against the page here, but it's not down there. And that's just the way that one was. But I have a pocket over here. And then on this one I have a pocket over here, but I don't have anything on the other side, so it doesn't do anything to that page. This one I have a pocket here. It's cleaner on the inside, but it has this over here. So if you come over here, you might want to just go ahead and put another one, over here to cover it up, which you could do. Or you could find something. Let's see what I've got hanging around here that we could maybe put on here. See, I could take this and glue it right there and completely cover that up. Let's just do that. So we're going to go straight out to the edge. And glue that down. So now we've just got a cute little embellishment over here that covered up the pocket on this side. Boy, that did not glue very well. Usually that Elmer's Extreme glues really well, so I must have done a poor job of putting it on there. Okay, so we've got a pocket that we can use over here and an embellishment there, or we've got a pocket we can use here and it doesn't do anything to this page. The other thing you can do is Let's find the one that's what else we got in here we can use. Okay, let's use this one right here, because this will kind of match it. Okay, the other thing you can do is put a pocket, and this one's cut at an angle. And if you put it on here, and it snugs up real nicely. So if we decorate this pocket and this side, then we can put our glue just in this seam right here and in this seam right here, and then it will glue on the corner, and you can use both sides. But you don't want to put a lot of glue, just a little bit. Let me see if I can get that corner to poke out. There we go. So we're just going to run a tiny little bead of glue. Oh, I didn't do such a great job on that. Okay. And then we're going to take this in, and we're just going to stick it straight down into that corner. Now then, I've got a pocket here, and I've got a pocket here, but it stays put. And then we can decorate this however we want to. Going to see if I have something else in here. I just was grabbing this. I should have probably decorated it before I put it on here. But I didn't. Okay. See, I should have gone ahead and used my ruler. There we go. And since I didn't do it perfectly right there, I'm going to find some scissors and just trim that. Okay, and then we can just glue this right on here, and we've decorated this pocket. It's not exactly right. Let's go from here. Okay, I didn't do such a great job. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We're gonna go where I usually go when something doesn't turn out perfect. I'm going to make it imperfect on purpose. And so it, if it's on purpose, see, it's okay. Okay. And then we're just going to glue this like this. Alrighty. And then on this side, we can decorate it however we want. Okay, the point is to show you that you can make these pockets 2 on 1, or one that's, you know, glued down from the back over here, or one that's glued down onto the front. And they all work fine. So let's go ahead and cut some out. Okay, I've got, let's get these out of the way. I wanted to use these envelopes because they're already decorated. This one is decorated on the front and the back, and this one's just decorated on the front. So for these, we will glue them down straight onto the page, and these we will try to glue where they go onto both sides. Now I do want to okay. And these were made the same way as these, except I had the envelope shut, so it made a full square instead of having this little bit out of it. So this looks a little bit nicer. Now you could look at this and you could decide, on this side, I really think I want to have a something different, and you could take it like this and have it come down like that. Then you can decorate this part. You can either glue it down, or you can have it come up in here and right and just decorate the top. And this one would look it would look like that. And if you inked around it, I need some ink. I can come back and decorate it later. I just want to show you different ways you can use these. Let's go ahead and ink up here too, because then it looks like it belongs. And if we're going to put this on the back, we might as well go ahead and ink around it. We can decorate it too later. Okay. So we can take this and put it on here. Actually, this page is not straight, so that's not a good place to, that's not a good one to work with. Let's do here. So then we've got a pocket here with a little flip up place to write that we can embellish right there. And then we've got a straight pocket over here. And we'll just do this, that same method I showed you, where you just put the glue right down in the seam. And it doesn't take a whole lot. You just have to get it in there snug. Okay, so we've got a pocket over here. We've got a pocket under here and a flip up. So there's another way you can use them. Okay. Okay, what do I do with my pen? I'll tell you what. It's the bane of my existence. Okay. Okay, we're not going to worry about it. I will find it. I will find it later. Okay, so now I've got these two envelopes. And what we're going to do, I can move this stuff out of the way. I have really a lot of stuff in the way here. Okay. Now then, we can make these big rectangles, or we can make them triangles, or we can make them squares, or we can make them more rectangular shape this way. I think I'm just going to cut them directly in half, and then we can decide how we want to, where we want to go from there. Oh, I hate this one. Okay, these are 9.5 inches long. So we're going to go 4 3/4. And that should be half. Okay. Now then, to make these pockets, we're also going to need to cut off the top. So we're just going to barely trim the top. You don't have to take much. Okay, we've got this one going this direction. So if we make this one go in this direction, then this is the top. Okay, so now we've got two pockets like this that we could use as a corner because it's decorated on both sides. I think we do want to kind of glue this down so it doesn't flip up. Sometimes you have to do that. Envelopes weren't made to be decorative, you know. They were made for utilitarian purposes. Well, some of them are decorative, but they weren't made to be doing this kind of stuff with. Okay. Now we've got two of these. And I really like them both. But I do want to show you. Okay, let's say we're going to turn this one into a triangle. Okay. Now what I do, and this is the lazy way, is I take that point and put it right at my cutting place. And I put this one right at the where it's going to cut it to. Come on. Keep moving them around. And then I cut it and it's a triangle. Okay, this one, since it was a rectangle, more rectangular shape, it's a long triangle. But, and then you've got these two pieces of paper you could use for whatever you want. You could use them to embellish another envelope if you want to. I mean, another pocket if you want. Let's see. So we could put this one right here. And I am not sure why it is that these envelopes, oh, there it is. Okay. It was just not going all the way down. No, it's just not square. See? It's sticking out a little bit here, and the envelope's just not square. So, or my page isn't square. It's possible it was the page. Let's try one that was out of a book. Maybe it's a square page, and then we can know for sure if it's the envelope or the... Nope, it's the envelope. It's just not square. So that is something that you can have to worry about. But we could put it on like this. Just glue it down. Or you can glue it back here. Huh, that one's even worse. Weird, weird, weird. Okay, let's see. There we go. Now we got it on there flush. Okay, I don't know if I really want it on that page, but we could. So there's one way you can do it. The other way you can do it, let's say we want to make this one a square. We haven't done any that were actually square before, so it is 4 and a tiny bit. So let's go to 4 and a tiny bit. And now we have a square pocket. So we have a triangular pocket. We have a square pocket. So there's another way you can make them. Let's put this square pocket on and see. Okay, that looks really nice. Not really into that side though. So you have to be careful where you use these. See, that covers up the kitty. Don't think I want to do that. Let's go back here. See, that messes up that one. We don't want to do that. So you have to decide. We could even stick them on this little envelope in here if we wanted to. But I don't want to. Just trying to give you some ideas. So here's 2 more pockets I can use later. Here's another pocket I can use later. Here's some more. I'll save those. But let's look at this pocket. I mean this envelope. Because it's, one second. Okay. This one is, 5.5 inches long. So if we do it at 2 3/4, that should take it right in half. And then I've got 2 of these kind of rectangle pockets. Let's go ahead and trim off the top. And that's a nice little size. And since we didn't decorate the back, we can just glue it straight in. Glue this down and put it on the front, just like we did this one right here. Let's see if we can find a place where this would work. Because of this flower, I think it would probably look nice there. So I'll think about that. Also, because this is black and white on this side, it would look nice right there. So let's do that one, and we'll save the other one for later. I just thought of something, though. I think I do want to use the corner rounder. I hope I don't mess it up because of that. Okay. There we go. Oh, yeah, right here. Sorry. For a minute, I thought I did it wrong. So now we've got a pocket, and it's glued in nicely. I do need to add a little more glue right here. When you glue them down, you really should leave them alone. Not play with them like I'm doing. Okay. So you can use envelopes that are decorated and just put them in. You can use plain envelopes and decorate them after you get them in there. You can decorate plain envelopes before you put them in. But however you decide to do it, I hope this is a fun, easy, quick pocket that you can enjoy, and you can make several, and go get some envelopes and start playing. God bless you.